So one of the things that I have done since since I didn't find the developer community until I was like 30 and I experienced so much of a professional life incredibly hindered by that lack of community. I did the thing that you do if you're me, which is immediately made it my mission in life to make sure nobody else had that experience. And so, like, when people say, "Hey, I know somebody who's trying to get into tech. Can I hook them up with you?" I always say yes, and I will stop saying yes if I get too many asks. Just to be clear, but so far. I've been able to continuously say yes. And so one of the humans that I'm talking to now, because generally it's people who are doing the self-taught route, because that's the route that I went. So like, that's what
again, so empathy. Yeah.
And this person reached out to me, like, this is like after several months of like going back and forth with them. they had found like an online educational course that spoke to them. That's one of the things that I told them: find one that like you find easy to understand, because that's what's going to help you through. It doesn't matter how you learn, just whatever works for you. And they'd found one that really spoke to them in a way that, but they were like, but then like after I go through a lesson, I can't seem to immediately use what I've learned without looking it up or rewatching the video. And I'm like, they actually were like doubting whether or not they could be a developer, because when they completed a lesson, they hadn't absorbed the lesson sufficiently to immediately use the tech thing that they had learned without looking at how to use it or rewatching.
Could you imagine what the developer community would look like if we weren't allowed to Google all the things that we forget?
Exactly. So like I broke down for this human being. Like I was actually getting ready to head into surgery. So I'm like, more later, but just so you know, looking things up, good. Rewatching tutorial, good. All developers do this thing. More later, going into surgery, bye.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, like you say, it's just about finding kind of a teaching style as well that works for you. Because so sometimes people work better from posts. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people work better from videos. Mm-hmm. Like I was trying to do something on stream yesterday with Fetch and JavaScript, which I don't know very well. But the website blog I'm trying to put it in is a Next.js repo, so it's got React under the hood. So there's all these extra layers that make it more difficult. And I still not be able to do what I wanted to do, but I've read blog posts, I've read like forum answers, I've read videos, still not got it to work yet. But yeah, sometimes you just have to be open about the fact that, all the best developers are the ones that just know how to Google.
Yeah. When like after I was sufficiently recovered to make words again, I followed up and unpacked my own experience, which is basically if I understand something well enough that I can look up how to do it in 5 seconds, I am an expert at that thing.
Yes.